Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. Happy Thanksgiving to all 40,000 of the house guests. I love you guys so much. But y'all, since today's Thanksgiving and you're probably already sitting around the TV, you might as well click on a Peacock, pay the $4.99, and watch all 5 episodes of The Ultimate Girls Trip because, hunty, the 5th episode was crazy. Okay, there was so much drama. It was argument on top of argument on top of another argument. And it was really good, but it almost kind of pissed me off because I kind of felt like this episode was the white girls versus the black girls. Okay, Kenya and Cynthia versus everybody else. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to make everything about race because everything isn't about race, but I am black in America, so I just view things through a racial lens. And I just couldn't help but notice that Cynthia and Kenya were fighting a lot of battles this episode. Okay, especially against Melissa and Kyle, who want to be confessional thugs. I mean, I'm just saying, it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and run down episode 5. First things first, Miss Kenya Moore Hair Care planned a Gone with the Wind yacht party, which I thought was really interesting because Luann from New York already threw a yacht party. But the difference between Kenya's and Luann's is that Kenya's had a lot more drama. Okay, and we're going to get into it. So everybody's chilling, they're eating, they're drinking their wine and their margaritas and whatnot. And you have some people who are sharing personal stories to the group. Well, while everybody is sharing their deepest, darkest secrets, Melissa and Ramona are off to the side having side conversations. And it's nothing more rude than having 2 people having a side conversation while we having a main conversation. Like, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Don't be rude. And so Kenya gets on Melissa. You know, she's basically like, Melissa, what is you doing, sis? Okay, I'm going to need you to bring it on down, in the words of Kenny Burrs Tucker, and be present while we are all sharing our personal stories, right? Kenya wasn't having it, but Cynthia wasn't having it either, okay? Because y'all know, if you've been watching the show, Cynthia has been overtalked and interrupted so many times throughout the past 5 days that she's just kind of sick of it. So she kind of jumps on Kenya's bandwagon and she's just like, yeah, y'all need to stop being rude and y'all need to listen and stop having side conversations and all of these things. And I was agreeing with Cynthia because, you know, let's have some manners. I know this is a girls' trip. I know everybody wants to have fun and get drunk and stuff like that. But when someone is speaking to you, I think it's polite to listen. I don't know where Melissa and Ramona grew up, but obviously they weren't taught manners. Okay. So yeah, Melissa off to the side with Ramona having a side convo and whatnot. Kenya and Cynthia get on that ass. And then Melissa in the confessional basically says that Cynthia is too serious. Okay, Melissa's like, we're in Turks and Caicos, we're having a vacation. Why is it that whenever someone does or says anything, Cynthia has an issue with it? And I'm just like, what was so serious about being polite while somebody is speaking? I just don't understand it. So, Melissa, what is your beef with Cynthia, sis? What is your beef with Cynthia? And how come you don't address Cynthia in person, but you have all of this to say in the confessional? Okay, can we talk about that? We can talk about you too. Anyways, so they end up playing a game of Who Said That? And all of a sudden, we get into this whole debacle between the white ladies of New York City, Ramona and Luann. They get into it about Tom again. And I have to sit through another episode of Ramona and Luann going in on Luann's ex-husband, Tom. I'm going to just retract my subscription and never watch Peacock again. But no, they get into it about Tom. And Ramona is very rude and she rebuts Luann and whatever she's saying by basically saying that she slept with Tom the first night that they met. Now, Ramona, sis, that is so rude. Like, you don't air out somebody's sex life to a bunch of strangers, sis. Like, why would you do that? She just blurted out, well, you slept with Tom. Well, she didn't say that. She said you fucked Tom the first night y'all met. And Luann was basically like, okay, I did, and then I married him. What's your point, sis? And then all of a sudden we get this whole back and forth between Luann and Ramona, right? Well, then Ramona starts to backtrack. Okay, Ramona starts to backtrack and she says, well, I only said that because I'm really envious of you and how you're so comfortable with your sexuality. I wish that I could be that comfortable with my sexuality too. And Kenya's looking at Ramona like, that is a crock of shit. Okay, that is bullshit. You don't envy her sexuality. You're not jealous that she's comfortable with herself. You said that she fucked Tom on the first night that they met because you are just a mean girl. You're rude and you're a mean girl. Okay, found your voice yet? Right? So Kenya says to Ramona, that's bullshit. Okay, please, if you're going to be rude, at least own up to your rudeness. And after Kenya said that that was a crock of shit, Ramona responded with, well, fuck you, Kenya. Wrong road. Okay, wrong road, says Ramona. What is you doing? Okay, do you know who this is? Okay, I don't know if you done your research. Well, actually, we do know that you did your research because you knew enough to know that Kenya didn't like Portia, which is the reason why you kept calling her Portia. Okay, they mentioned Portia like 5 times in the first 30 minutes of the first episode. But you did enough research to know that you are talking to the shade assassin. Okay, so the fact that you're going to say fuck you to Kenya, girl, I'm praying for you. Okay, and y'all, Kenya did not hold back. She went off. And I honestly can't even, remember everything that Kenya said. But all I know is that she called Ramona an asshole. And that wouldn't have been the first time Kenya used that language. And basically said that she will throw Ramona overboard into that damn Red Sea. And y'all, I was too through at the situation. But honestly, I don't blame Kenya. How much can a person take when they're dealing with a rude, entitled, white woman who thinks she's running the show? You're not, sis. You're not running anything. What you're doing is you're antagonizing everybody. And you're getting on everybody's nerve. Yes, like Melissa said, we're supposed to be on vacation. But how can you enjoy your vacation when you have a gnat swarming around in your eyes and in your damn ears? And the gnat goes by the name of Ramona. So I'm with Kenya when she said that she want to throw the woman overboard. And then you guys, at that moment, Ramona decided to grab a margarita glass, hold it up in the air. She held it to her chest. She turned to Miss Kyle Richards. And I guess, while Kenya was cussing that girl out, Kenya decided to kind of like grab the glass and throw it out her hand. And I was like, oh my God, another wrong road. Ramona already had us on a wrong road, but Kenya took us on a detour. And I was just kind of shook at the situation. So first off, I'm not mad at Kenya for, throwing the glass out the woman's hand. But at the same time, we must keep our hands to ourselves, okay? Kenya, you were doing a little bit of the most. Okay, I'm not going to lie about the situation. I didn't hate it because Ramona definitely deserves some discipline for what she's doing to Candy on this damn Turks and Caicos trip. But we have to learn to keep our hands to ourselves. So I was kind of disappointed in Kenya Moore hair care at that very moment. But here's the part that kind of pissed me off. You have Melissa in the chat, okay? Melissa in the confessionals talking about Kenya always takes it too far. What? Melissa is saying in the confessional that Kenya always takes it too far. I could have sworn that Melissa and Kenya were like this. I could have sworn that they were new besties. I'm kind of confused. And I'm starting to finally realize what the New Jersey Housewives fans are talking about when they get on Twitter and say that Melissa ain't shit. I'm starting to understand why people say that she's been on there for 10 years and doesn't contribute to anything and she never has a storyline and her husband is continuously her storyline. Because she never has nothing going on. I'm starting to realize why people say those things about Melissa, because Melissa will smile in your face and then talk shit behind your back. And I'm also starting to realize why Teresa don't f with the girl either. Okay, Melissa, you are fake. Okay, you are fake. You don't say nothing to Kenya's face, but yet you want to say that Kenya always takes it too far in the confessional. Okay, and there's going to be a storyline that's coming up that we finna talk about. Where Teresa tells Luann that Luann does not have a backbone, but it kind of seems like to me that Melissa doesn't have a backbone. Okay, she's never going to say anything to your face. So I was just really shocked at Melissa. I'm like, so the girls are turning on Kenya now. Interesting. Okay, really interesting. And then y'all, another confessional thug by the name of Kyle fake ass Richards wants to go. And she says, now I'm starting to see this other side of Kenya. Because remember, like 2 episodes ago, we had Kyle talking about oh my God, Kenya, you're so sweet and you're so this, you're so that. They always say that you're a villain and you're not. But now Kyle is saying that she's starting to see this other side of Kenya. So I'm starting to think to myself, okay, it seems to me like all of these ladies have a lot of shit to say about Cynthia and Kenya in the confessional, but don't ever want to say nothing face to face. Okay, you always want to talk behind my back, but you don't ever want to post up or however it go. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. So this is why I said that it seems to me as though it is the brown girls against the Claire girls. Okay, the white women against the black women. And I don't mean to make it about race, but I kind of felt like the ladies were going extra hard on Kenya and Cynthia for no damn reason when all they were trying to do was stick up for one another. Kenya was basically battling Ramona because Ramona had been terrorizing the entire group for the entire trip, right? Cynthia just wanted to be respectful towards everybody and wants to make sure that people are being polite when people are sharing very personal stories. And yet she takes things too serious all the time, Melissa. So then after that, Ramona ends up apologizing to Luann about the whole you fucked Tom the first night you met him and that whole situation. She did not do a great job at apologizing because she continuously antagonizes Luann and Luann just takes it. Luann says that she just chooses to roll the stuff off her back because she's been dealing with Ramona for 13 plus years. And in my opinion, that's not an excuse. You have allowed this crazy, cockeyed woman to kind of just go in on you time and time again. And yet you don't do anything about it. You don't hold your own friend accountable. And that does make you a pushover, sis. Luann does speak up in the moment for herself. So I'll go ahead and give her that. But you allow this woman to do it again and again and again, and you're okay with that. And something about that just don't sit right with me, okay? That just does not sit right with me. So Ramona attempts to apologize to Luann, but it doesn't really land. Later on in the night, it's Teresa's night. She ends up making meatballs, pasta, chicken parm, all of that great stuff. The ladies sit down. Cynthia and Ramona get into it over glam. Just a little background information on the situation. Ramona ends up wasting time with the glam team because she's drunk and she's out of her damn mind. Okay. And so Ramona's glam time ends up running over into Cynthia's glam time. So by the time the ladies sat down for dinner, Cynthia was kind of over the situation and ended up, just confronting Ramona about it, which Ramona did take away Cynthia's time to get her makeup done. Okay, I know I'm not really explaining it in great detail, but watch the show. You'll understand it. At that very moment, you have Kyle in the confessional. Again, coming for the black girls, talking about it seems like Cynthia just has a bone to pick with everybody. Kyle, let me explain something to you. The way you operate in Beverly Hills is that you like to throw stones and then hide your damn hands. Versus in Atlanta, we are very direct and blunt with it. Okay, we don't talk behind each other's backs. We talk in front of your face. Learn something from it, sis. Okay, you could learn something from this experience not to be so damn fake. Okay, how about that? Now, you guys, last but not least, we get this scene between Teresa and Luann where Teresa is making a toast before everybody eats. And she said something to the effect of, Luann, I love you. I have loved getting to know you. You're super sweet. You're adorable. This, that, and the third. But we need to get you a backbone. And y'all, Luann did not like that. She was like, first off, I have a backbone. I'm not a pushover. So I'm going to need you to take it down a couple of notches. And Teresa's like, well, my bad. Okay, my bad. I was just trying to stick up for you because Ramona has continuously come after you. And Luann says, I appreciate that, but sis, I have a backbone. So pipe down with the backbone pushover stuff. And it kind of reminded me of how everybody used to say that, Cynthia does not have a backbone, which is ironic because Cynthia has a lot of backbone in this show. So, y'all, that was pretty much the episode. Like I said, if you are not watching Ultimate Girls Trip on Peacock, what are you doing? Pay the $4.99 because it is so good. So I'm going to go ahead and log off. I love you guys. And don't forget to create a great day.